Hey lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. Welcome my old and new subbies. I'm so glad to have you all here. Take a look at this box, guys. I have something exciting for you guys today in this open challenge that I'm participating in. I will go more into that in just a few seconds here. But if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Just note those comments are always desired and never are they required, because I absolutely love to chat with you guys after each and every video. But those likes also help my channel out tremendously, guys. So please like this content if it is something you enjoy watching. Also share and subscribe, guys. Everything is 100% free. So I am participating in the Here You Try It challenge, which is hosted by Christine over at the DIY Craftaholic and Tami with Happiness Created. It is an annual open challenge and it's a first time for your girl. So how we do this is I sent my box to Christine at DIY Craftaholic. I gave her 3 of my items to recreate from past videos, and in return I received the box from Aria with DIY with Aria, and I will be recreating some of her past DIYs. So she sent me a whole plethora of goodies, guys. We were supposed to do 3, I believe, but she did send me items for 5 of her crafts. So I was like, you know what? Why not? I will do all 5. And I had a blast doing them. But she sent me some little extra goodies too. So thank you for that, Aria. I really appreciate it. I did not get to use them all in this video. But we're going to start with this riser, this basket riser that she created for fall. And I, of course, am doing this for Valentine's Day, which was expected because of the changing and the holidays and seasons and so on and so forth. So I have this ivory color heart. It is tin or galvanized metal, whatever you want to call it. I picked this up at Michael's and I went with this color. I actually just loved it. It was really pretty. It has nice texture to it, but I went with this color because it was similar to the color of her pumpkin that she used, and I did try to stay that color because I felt like stay close to that color, because I felt like, you know, that is something I could use in Valentine's Day decor items. So I'm taking a little bit of my rub and buff here. It is the gold leaf one, and I was just trying to get it on those raised portions of this heart, but of course it was getting on other parts of the heart. So at first I was wiping it down, which I didn't keep in here. I edited that part out, but I was like, you know what, it actually looks really pretty when the light hits it. I know it's not really, you know, visible on camera right now, but once I'm done, guys, well, even here you guys can kind of see where it's picking it up, and I'm like, this is looking gorgeous. So I just rolled with that. And I'm just giving it full coverage at this point. Now, I only did one side because this is going to be a 360 view piece. So I just left the back side in its natural state, which was 100% okay, because it's going to tie into the colors of what I'm going to be using for embellishments around this. So next, what I'm doing is taking one of this little scrap piece of pool noodle that I had in my stash, and I'm covering in the plaster color paint by Waverly. And this is going to be the base for what holds everything in place. Now, I'm not adding any glue here. I cut it down to where it'll be nice and snug in the basket. And I'm just going to go ahead and stuff that right down in there. And then I'm going to start adding these ivory color roses that I picked up from Michael's. And I just kept going until it was nice and full, front and back. And you can't see anything down in there. Now, I was going to add some Spanish moss here, guys, but then I was like, nope, it doesn't need it. But I think that would have even made it more farmhouses. Oh, but I think it went more towards the French cottage farmhouse, if you will. And yeah, I really like this. I mean, it could be shabby chic as well. I guess it just depends on how you look at it. But I think it was more of the um, cottage French house is where I think it landed in my humble opinion. So I have these little butterflies. They do have magnetic backings, and since this is 10, they went on. I didn't have to use any glue to them. And I also took one of my gold not ribbons, my gold butterflies, and tucked one in there just to pay tribute to the gold heart and just to break up some of the ivory, because the butterflies were ivory as well, but they did have coloring in them, so that helped as well. But again, I wanted to add just a little bit more gold to this piece. Now I'm taking the candlestick holder she used as well, and she did paint the outside of hers. I opted to paint the inside of mine and around the rim of it because that will help with the glue. But I'm taking this burlap ribbon that I had in my stash, wrapping that around because that color ties into the basket, and I'm just putting a little bit of that crazy glue or super glue on there along with some hot glue just to create a permanent hold here because I am using it on the glass, you know. So I take some of these pearl beads or a string of pearl beads from Dollar Tree, wrap those around a couple of times, and again, this is just tying this color all together for the basket, the flowers, the the golden heart. And I love this, guys. It looked very elegant. It did. I was like, this would make such a cute wedding centerpiece, like on just one of the little regular tables. I think it would be so cute there. But yeah, I'm going in with more glue, and this is not a top heavy piece at all, and so it doesn't require any additional like reinforcements. Like the glue is sufficient, and I just set that down on there, and that's pretty much it. But I do decide to go in and add one of the little golden hearts that Dollar Tree carried this year, and that's pretty much it for this project. So next up, I already did a plate here, one of the clear plates from Dollar Tree, and I'm not sure of where the heart wreath came from, but she did enclose that in my goodie box. Yeah, go Aria, go Aria. And so what I'm doing here, because I'm sure the reason she painted the plate is to help the glue along, to make sure the wreath doesn't come out. I knew I didn't want to paint the front of the plate. I wanted to paint the back of it. So what I'm going to do as an alternative to that is I went in with some Mod Podge, some of the long-term Gorilla Glue, and some hot glue, and I'm going to take one of these wooden hearts from Dollar Tree that has the word love laser cut out of it, and I'm going to put that right in the center, and once everything dries up, it will create a permanent hold for that heart. And so then next, what I'm going to do is take a piece of this pink tissue paper that I had in my stash, and I'm cutting it in quarters, and I'm only going to use one of the quarters, and I'm not going to cover the whole back of the plate, so you guys will see here in just a few seconds what I'm going to do with it. So basically, I'm just going to get some more of that Mod Podge, and I'm just going to put it at the base of the plate. Like I said, I don't want to cover the whole thing, and I kind of want to create like this imperfect circle, right? I don't want it like distressed and jagged. I just don't want it to look perfect. And so I'm just putting the Mod Podge all around, and then I'm just applying that pressure to get out the wrinkles. I did have a little bit of a tear, but just press it back down. It blends perfectly, and just wait for it to dry thoroughly. And once it does that, then I start tearing away the excess paper. And once I get that all removed, I go in with my water pen, and I had to wait for this to completely dry, but I'm going to take the water pen and just take away the little bits and pieces that I don't want. And this works really good on glass. Like other surfaces, it may not work this great with the water panning and removing those little jagged edges that you don't want, but on glass it works perfectly. So once I do that, this is where I go in and I paint it in the back. So I do apologize, guys. I thought I was recording, I wasn't, but I literally just decided to put a ribbon, my bow, on the actual wreath. Arya did hers at the top. I did go in and add in some pink and white twine. She used the regular twine on hers. I went around the plate twice, and then I thought, you know, this just needed something else, so I decided to add in a couple of flowers, and that's it, guys. I'm just gonna add it to the easel, and I don't know, I think this is just super sweet and darling. I really like both of them, just super cute and charming. So guys, let me know how you feel about it. Next up, we're going to be doing this birdhouse in this beaded round that with some pretty spring flowers and a bow, but I am going to take a different twist on this one. Now this one, out of all of them, was probably completely different than the original, but I am going to be using the pieces from what she used in hers. So she did include with the goodie box or mystery box, I need to stop saying goodie box, the mystery box, this house there you see in the back, but with the little birdhouse, with all the wood pieces, I'm going to be staining them in burnt umber. Now these little wood pieces here, the little trees, I also have some birds that came in this pack from Hobby Lobby. And I'm staining everything except for the house. Well, I'm going to stain the outside of the house. The inside where the white piece is, I'm leaving that as is because I need that white. It's important with all the staining that I'm doing because it's going to make everything else pop. I'm going in with some crimson red to color up the birds. And what we are going to make is a cute little shelf sitter that is a lovebird shelf sitter. I love birds. I thought that would be super cute here. And so as I go through this, I'm just giving it a generous amount of the crimson red color. I also like I said, I'm going to just stain the outside of this, trying really to be real careful to not get it on the white part, which I did anyway, but I was able to easily wipe it off because it has like a dry erase board texture to it. But I'm just adding the trees in, layer them, just to kind of give them a little, like, I don't know what it's called, a dimensional look. And I'm going to sit the birdhouse right in front of that. I glue that down using some hot glue and some of my long-term Gorilla Glue. And then next, I just go in and I take one of the tower tumbling blocks or tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree, add that to the front of the birdhouse. This is just going to create leverage because of the lip that's on the house, and I did set the birdhouse on top of that lip, so I needed something there to balance it out. Then I add in the two birds, as you guys can see there, facing each other. I thought it was super cute. And then this little heart that was in my stash or in the box that said love in it. And there you have your lovebird shelf sitter. Now I didn't take the stickers off the back guys, but like I don't think anyone's gonna be looking at that. I hope not. Anyway, if they do, they'll see, you know, it's a sticker. It's all right. It's not the end of the world. But I am going to take some beads off of here. And I was originally going to add the beads to the top of the house, but I didn't like the way that looked. So I just took, I think I did about 7 on each side. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to make some pillars out of these. And I end up putting them on the side of the house. And you'll see what I do with them in just a few seconds here. But I'm going to take, yeah, oh, no, here it is right here. So I'm taking some of these little miniature roses that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. They come in, I forget how many come in a pack, but they're pink and red. And before I do that though, I didn't like the color of the red on this heart, so I went in with some of that red crimson, and that was just to darken it up. It seemed to be a little bit brighter than the other reds I was working with. And right here, you can't really tell, but by the time it dries, it does blend in nicely with the other reds. So I took 2 of the little red roses, stuck them in my quote-unquote beaded pillars. And then next I'm going to take just a little bit of the Spanish moss that I got here. I did order that off of Amazon. I just prefer the texture of that one over the one from Dollar Tree. And I just stuck it right into the little birdhouse because I was like, they need a little nest. They have to have a nest. And then I forgot I had these little teeny tiny miniature eggs. I could have put one in there. But anyway, it don't matter. It still looked cute. And I gotta say, I think this one might be my favorite of today, guys. I just really like the way this came together, the concept of it. It just really is a cute not centerpiece, shelf sitter. And so I just go ahead, add some hot glue, add those to the side. And then I'm going to take a couple more of the little red roses, add them to the trees. I only do 2, I think, because I didn't want to take away from the tree. I really wanted it to be able, you know, to stand out behind the birdhouse. And that is it once I get rid of all of those nasty glue webs. Alright guys, we are going to move on to the next project, which are these 2 paddles that Aria did with this cute, adorable gingerbread man. I absolutely love that. So I was like, for sure we could totally do something with this for Valentine's Day. As you see off camera, I did paint it in the color White by Waverly along with the color Pink Sky. And I used some gold paint on here as well. Now, these are new to my Dollar Tree. These were some cute Valentine's stickers. Well, I don't know if they were really for Valentine's Day. I didn't find them in that section. I actually found them in the sticker section. So I don't know if they were intended for Valentine's Day or not. But they did have all kind of hearts. I love you, EXO, you know, that kind of stuff on it. So I was like, all right, we're going to use it here. Now, these paddles, I think are absolutely adorable. I just love them. And I'm going to have to look into seeing if I can find some to order. But I absolutely love these because for this particular set of crafts, I thought they looked like upside down champagne flutes, and if you stand them up, they look like champagne bottles to me. I thought that was just, that's what my mind, you know, where my mind went. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It went there. But guys, this is all pretty self-explanatory. Now I will tell you guys, I did not care for these stickers. They didn't have a super sticky adhesion to them, so they kept sliding around and they were breaking up and everything, so they end up looking like they were distressed. But I made it work. But guys, don't forget to check out the playlist in my description box for the host channel, as well as the other awesome content creators participating in today's event. I know you guys will find inspiration there, so don't forget to stop by. Tell them I sent you their way. If you are new here or your first time stopping by here, welcome. I'm so glad you are watching the playlist, and I hope you are inspired by what you have seen today. All right, guys. So next up, I'm just layering these on top of one another or each other, or however you want to say that, y'all. I'm layering them on top of each other. And I thought it was really cute, but it still needed something. It was looking too plain. Even with all that going on, it was still looking too plain. So I'm just going in, putting some stitch marks around the outside of the white one. I go in, add some stitching to the colored one, and I just start drawing lines, and you guys will see that right here. It's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, and so once I get that done and glued together, I did line up the little holes up at the top just to make sure that they are together. And so I can go ahead and string through my piece of jute twine I have here for the hanger. And then next I'm going to take some of these oversized pearls that I picked up from Michael's some years ago. I want to say 2.5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. They were on clearance and they come in 3 different sizes. So I'm taking 3 of those and I am putting them on the string, starting with the largest to the smallest, and I just tie that off and get it to a length that I like. And I want it to be very close, like I don't want it to be a super long hanging piece. And then I add some more pearl embellishments at the neck of the bottles, or the flutes, however you want to see them. And I just add a little glue to that hanging piece, and that is it for this piece, guys. So let me know what you think about that one. And here we are with the final piece, which is a galvanized wall vase. And I did sand down the little sticker that's on the front, but I didn't want to take it off because originally I thought I was going to use it. I did paint over it with the white paint and I thought I was going to use that raised portion, but I end up not using it. But you can't even really tell that it's not all the way gone. So before we get started with that, I'm going to go with this heart that I have painted in the white color by Waverly for another project that I didn't end up using it for. I have this love napkin this love napkin that I picked up from the 99-cent store. I gave that I did a little bit of decoupage there, set that to the side to dry, and then next I'm going back to the galvanized base and I'm just adding in the pool noodles here, and this is going to be for this is going to hold our flowers in place just like our first project. So I just tuck that down in there, and I'm not worried about the little pieces you know, showing through, because you're literally not going to be able to see them. And I just start loading the roses in there, and I think this came out really, really pretty. Something super simple and easy to make. You know, it doesn't require a lot of work, and so I just keep going until I get the fullness that I like with this. And then I go back to the heart. Now that it's dry, I sand off that excess, and we're going to put that to the side as well. I thought I was going to put it there, but I ended up changing my mind. Now, she did also include this beautiful ribbon. This is why I'm so jealous of you guys. You guys get the best stuff at your Dollar Trees. I did not have this ribbon at mine, and I was so jealous, but so happy that she sent it to me. So thank you, Aria. Thank you, girl. And I'm just going to use that to outline the outside of the vase. And I didn't capture that on camera either, guys, so I'm sorry. Now I have this pre-made bow. Can't remember where I picked it up from. It would have either been Michael's or Hobby Lobby, but I honestly can't remember. But it has little red glitter hearts on it, and I thought this would be super cute on here, which it absolutely was. Yes. So next I'm taking a little skewer stick, and I'm adding that to the back of that heart that we did the decoupage on, creating a pick out of it. And then I'm just going to stick that right in with the roses. And that's it, guys. That is it. And here is the final reveal. I did pop up the originals in the corners real quick. So just take a look and see how I did in comparison. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself, and you guys have to let me know if you have a favorite. I love hearing about that. And also, again, guys, if you're here riding with me, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. I would appreciate it so much, and it costs nothing for you to do it, and I would love to have you here. All right, and then also stop by. Don't forget to check out my playlist, check out the playlist Oh my goodness, it's late, guys. I'm tired. Um, don't forget to check out the playlist in the description box below, as well as the host links. And don't forget to tell them I said hello if you happen to stop here first. And I know you guys will find some awesome inspiration somewhere along the way. And yeah, so don't forget, guys, let me know if you had a favorite today. And what would you have done with it if someone had passed it along to you to try? I would love to hear about that. So let me know, what would you make if someone passed this over to you? Remember, lovies, be safe, be kind, and happy crafting your days away. Until the next video, lovies, hugs and kisses. XOXO. Bye.